So anyways, Jessica, can I call you Jessica?
Jess is better, thank you.
What's on your birth certificate?
Jessica.
All right.
I feel like I'm in trouble.
No, yeah, okay. So Mrs. Jess, thank you very much for coming onto my show. You have a fantastic podcast yourself.
Thank you.
It used to be the Jessica Ann Show.
Yep, Jessica Ann podcast, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
The Jessica Ann podcast.
No,
I'm going to get corrected a lot here. I know that. I know what I'm in for. And now it's called Unfuck Your Body.
Yes.
Which I really like.
Thank you.
And I had if I didn't know you're a nutritionist, I would not understand why or how. But now that I know that you're a nutritionist,
yes,
which is something that I've learned recently, so I'm happy about that. You're the third nutritionist on this podcast.
Oh, amazing!
And I wasn't getting you on here to talk about nutrition. I just wanted to just talk to another podcast host and some of the other stuff they're putting out there and your Instagram page, which in my views, nearly 200,000 viewers. Is like, oh my God, this is a celebrity in my world with my 2,000 people following me.
And now I have 700.
Yeah, 763.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, we are slowly. And I was very interested, and I actually listened to a couple of your episodes the last couple of days, and I really like it.
Thank you.
I like
I know because you Instagram messaged me about them.
Yes, I do. I do that to everyone now.
Not happy about one of them.
Which one?
The Coke Zero.
Oh, I wasn't happy about that. No one can tell me that Coke Zero is better than normal Coke, and no one can tell me that those drinks are good for you. They're not. I disagree with that. Are you in the same agreement with soft drink?
Yes, but if they want to drink it, that's fine. But like when they try and argue that it's healthy,
exactly,
then maybe not.
I saw one PT the other day on TikTok because I like to just aimlessly scroll. I'm addicted to it. And he was saying, if you want to lose weight, have this from KFC. If you want to lose weight, do this. And I'm like, I can't believe this is the advice. Me personally, I'm telling you, I can't believe that's the advice that people are giving at the moment.
As a nutritionist point of view, we look at the nutritional value of the food.
Yep.
So if you want to lose weight, you could. If you're in a calorie deficit, no matter what you eat, you're going to lose weight. But nutritionally, for your insides, for our cells and all that kind of stuff, obviously they don't look at it as a nutrition point of view. They look at it as a weight loss point of view, which is two completely different things.
Okay.
So that's why I think it's important for a lot of PTs online to actually study nutrition, because the long-term effects, you might lose weight short-term, but long-term effects, you're not, like your nutritional value, like diseases, all that kind of stuff is
your gut flora.
Ruined. Yeah.
I can't imagine that the Coca-Cola will be good for you. I apologize, Coke. I know you're not going to watch this and you guys don't care when you're a small fish, but I can't imagine that's good for your gut flora.
No,
for your cells. I can't imagine seed oils, KFC, McDonald's, all that stuff would be good for anything to do in your...
I mean, it's not, obviously it's not, but I'm a balanced lifestyle nutritionist. Okay. So I feel like something's going to kill us at the end of the day. So if you enjoy that, don't fully give it up, but like in moderation, I would have it. Yeah.
So I've gone on a journey. So when I started this podcast, I just started watching myself every single day because I'm like, this guy's an amazing celebrity. Yeah. And I started watching myself and I'm like, I don't like the way that I look.
Yeah.
The way for me to recall things, I felt very foggy, very tired. And just overall, I felt a lot of dense energy around myself and inside myself. So I was like, something's got to change. So throughout, you call it universe, energy. I know you're you don't say something's into this stuff, but I think you understand and you like to talk about these things. And through that guidance, I started getting the right people on, just randomly, and you could see the progression. And one of them was Dina, the first nutritionist. Yeah. And I did a gut microbiome test with her and a gene test.
Oh, amazing.
And ever since then, I've been feeling so much better. Yeah. And I've lost about, let's say, 8 kilos. Yep. I genuinely believe it's actually just all water. Yeah, right. Okay. Or a bit of fat. I don't know. I just know that I feel so much better. I'm just getting my gut microbiome to a point. So important, Because she said I had a lot of inflammation markers. But I'm not inflamed, but it was a bit weird. But then we look at my genes as well, and my genes, like some of the foods that I was eating were not good for me. I couldn't process them. I couldn't actually process a lot of vitamin B12. Okay. There's a particular one that I can process, like the comp gene. Yeah, right. I'm butchering everything because I don't understand. I'm going to get it back on again. But through that, I started understanding myself. Yeah. And then I started supplement, because I used to supplement. I used to be known at work as the chemist. All right, you better be careful about this here. But I had a drawer, the bottom drawer had all my supplements in there. Why? Because I had all right, let's say, so I had all my usual stuff, because I'm a WOG, sea salt, pepper, olive oil, so all that stuff. Now the other things, I had zinc, vitamin D, all these other like Shield-Jat, which I recommend for everyone. I think that's fantastic.
What is it called?
Himalayan Shield-Jat.
Okay.
So I'll have that. But then there's other supplements that I'd go past the supplement store, or I'd go on iHerb that says, oh, this promotes like good brain health. This is good for this. This is good for that. So I just kept on buying stuff because I felt like crap inside.
Yeah, I was going to say, so a lot of people will turn to supplements and be like, oh, this will fix me. Yep. But their nutrition will be shit. Like if you just fix your nutrition and then you go and read books and change your mindset about things and then get outdoors and have movement.
Yeah.
Like you don't need $1,000 worth of supplements to fix you.
Exactly.
I mean, I take B12 because I don't eat meat and you get B12 from meats.
Okay.
So I get a blood test every year, and if you're lacking in something like my iron or B12, then I'll supplement it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't go buy all that stuff and have that every day.
Well, I did
for no reason.
I was just like, this is all going to sort me. You feel good for a little while, but then it just goes back to normal, back to crap. And a lot of stuff that I was taking, I couldn't even process properly.
Well, yeah.
So then we found a couple of things that I could.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest game changers for me is just taking daily vitamin D3.
Yeah.
Fish oil.
Okay. Yep.
And beef liver.
Yeah. Okay.
Just beef liver. You don't take any of that?
I personally wouldn't. Like that would have benefits to it, but because I'm vegetarian in my morals, I wouldn't personally have them. No.
Okay, can we go down that path? So just talking about vegetarianism. Yeah. So when did you become vegetarian?
7 years ago now. Yeah.
And why?
I watched a video. So at the time, I mean, my family's a big meat eater.
What's your background? What part of the world?
We're Australians, and then my grandparents are from England.
So, okay, all right.
Yeah. But they all loved like seafood,
of course,
meat, all that kind of stuff. So I did eat meat back in the day. My best friend was vegetarian at the time, and she's like my views on animals are just so different than most people. Like I really love them, and you have people who love animals, and then you have people who see them in a different light. And
I gotcha.
My best friend's like, just watch how it's done with the meat industry. So I was like, okay, like I'm open to that. I'm open to that. I watched one video. I did try and eat meat again, and I was actually felt so sick that I just, from there on, I just stopped.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
It is quite difficult when you see it's quite actually, it's a big it's processing. It's a big processing plant. The biggest thing for me that gets me is that when you go to a supermarket and you see all of that packaging there. Yeah. And then when it goes out of date, it just gets thrown out.
Yeah.
That's the thing that affects me. Has it stopped me from eating meat? No.
Yeah.
But I want to go down as ethical as possible because I still believe.
I mean, that's a conversation I'm very passionate about in regards to, do I think anything is ethical? Like, in the nicest way possible, if I went and killed a human the way that they did an animal, is there any ethical way to kill a human? No. So why is that different for an animal?
No, I got you there, but you got. I agree with you. I'm going down a path now where I'm literally going to get slaughtered, pun intended, in this argument because I don't really. The most ethical way is to go hunting. And I genuinely believe that meat is there. This is my opinion.
Yeah, and everyone's entitled to that.
You know, animals that they are food. Do I agree? Do I agree with the whole industry? No, I don't. I
mean, again, I'm open to have this conversation with people because I feel like it's important. Everyone has their different opinions. Yeah. My opinion is they're not food. I'm a living person that's fine not eating meat. Do we need it? No, we don't. So why kill a beautiful soul that's just sitting there and just wanting to live? You know what I mean?
I understand that.
But then I understand your point of view too, because a lot of people don't look at them the way I do, and I'm mature enough to be like, that's totally fine as well.
Yeah. I love animals. So do I want to watch these videos? So this is a bit of a catch-22 and it's a bit of a contradiction. Yeah. Okay. And I understand, I respect that. Do I want to watch how it's done? No. Do I agree with it? No. But I still, and this is the contradiction, I still partake because I still buy it. Okay. I do that.
Yes.
I understand that. So I understand your point. And I do agree with you. It is actually, it's terrible. So now, I personally believe inside myself that if we went back to how it was originally done, back having farms and, you know, everyone's having all the cows, the pigs, everyone's having a fantastic life, and then it happens to have one bad day in myself, I can see that. But now it's sort of like they're having more than just one bad day, and I agree with you. Okay.
And not only that, even for the human body these days, how they pump the hormones into them and what people are like eating in their bodies too. If you really look into it, it's like these days, they're not very, it's not very good. But
no, so I Okay, so I go to a butcher where it's hormone-free, pasture-raised.
All the organic.
But Jess, in all honesty, it still goes through a processing plant. So it still goes down the path.
Yeah.
And I remember someone put a video on Instagram of how it was done, and I was actually sick afterwards for watching it. But it's sort of like, I don't know. Okay, tell me, do we benefit from eating meat? Honestly, let's go down that.
Let's be honest. It has nutritional. Do we need it?
Do we need it? So let's go down that path, because I don't want to get
Will we die without it? No, because have I died? No, I haven't touched meat in 7 years.
You look like you're very far from dying.
But I just feel like if people have different morals and they want to eat it because they think it tastes good and that, like, go for it. Do I agree with you? Back in the day when they used to hunt, that's the best way? Yes. Like, if I gave you like a gun or knife or whatever and you go kill your own pig and eat it, is it going to be more nutritional benefit for you and your body? Yes, it is. Will. But moral-wise, how I see it is I would never kill an animal. I won't even kill an ant. I don't kill any living species. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's a good thing.
And here I am saying that I love animals as well, and I don't want to kill them, but I'm partaking in this industry. So that's a contradiction. I'm very aware of that.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like, what do I do about it? I don't know. I'll see. I will see. I eventually want to have my own farm. Yeah. I want to have my own animals.
Yeah.
Would I ever be able to send one of them off to the slaughterhouse? I don't know. I mean, I don't think so.
Probably something that we don't really want to discuss.
No, I don't. But I'm telling you how I feel. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because at that point, there may be something will change in my life.
Yeah.
And then but I do, I've got my dog in the studio here, and what's the difference between him and them? But anyways, that's a whole different thing then.
It's nice to have an actual mature conversation with someone, because you have no idea how many conversations I've had with people about this and how immature they are towards me because of my morals. Like, I feel like I'm very respectful when it comes to meat eaters. I would never sit here and be like, how dare you eat them? Because I used to be a meat eater, so I completely understand that side of things. So it's just, it's nice to have an actual conversation.
So immaturity, because you are very mature.
Thank
you. How old are you?
28.
28. So you're very mature, but you're at that, we were talking about the other day when I sent you a message about your Saturn return, you're like, huh? So it's at that point, you're at that point in time where things will change in your life and you have to go through a couple things.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're very mature.
Thanks.
Now, what type of immaturity are we talking about? So if you're having a conversation as a nutritionist to someone, like what are they saying to you that's immature in relation to this meat, into this diet, like what we just discussed?
Basically, like, we need it, like, you should eat animals. They don't even want to listen to my morals and what I have to say. I think they just don't understand, because like I said before, I look at an animal in a different way. Like, I look at cows and how smart they are. And
very smart.
Pigs, and like, they're like as smart as dogs if you look into like their brain and everything and how smart they are. Me personally, like, I just wouldn't want to kill that,
Understood.
I just love them so much. And I feel like when I explain that to people, I've been called an idiot. Like, I've been called all these names.
That's not good.
Yeah, like I said, it's just nice to come on here and actually have a conversation where someone like listens.
Imagine on this here, I'm like, oh, you're an idiot, get out because of that. That's wrong. And
I'd be walking out.
Yeah, exactly. And you should. You have your own morals, and it's like, well, fuck you.
Well, it's just like religion, right? So if someone believes in God, someone doesn't. I don't believe in fighting about it.
No.
Like, there's no point.
There's many wars around the world where that type of stuff happens. Imagine crazy. Vegans and meat eaters started to fight each other.
Seriously, it's just too much.
I reckon the meat eaters would actually win. No, I gotta put that in there. I don't know. They got more strength, mate. They got more iron. They can bleed out more.
Excuse me.
No, yes, all right. But okay, we'll go down into the whole immature thing, and we'll go into that a bit more as the conversation flows. But going back to, I feel different when I actually eat meat. I feel like it satisfies me a lot more, and I'm happier. Okay, so then but the thing is also, I went on to carnivore for a little bit. I did. No, but I'll tell you my findings and how I felt.
Yeah.
Okay, and why I know it's not the bee's knees and the be all end all diet.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a diet actually.
It is a fat diet.
Yes. So I went down there because I started doing that. I started eating a lot more meat, organic, all that type of stuff. But what happened? What did I cut out? Cut out all carbs. I cut out all sugar.
What about vegetables?
I cut out vegetables, and we'll go down this. We'll go down this path.
Yes,
I cut everything out, and I was like, I actually started feeling amazing. Why? I know no more sugar. Okay, cut that out. I felt so much better. Bloating's gone.
Yeah.
But what happened was constipation starts. my gut started actually hurting.
Do you know why?
Probably more hydrochloric acid in the stomach and probably something.
Zero fiber.
Yeah. Okay. No, well, for the constipation, yeah. But there's all these other things. Okay, you're the nutritionist. You tell me. I'm just a fucking dumb engineer. I don't know shit. But I was like, okay, that's not right. So what did I do? I started introducing vegetables. I started introducing carbs.
Yeah.
And I started feeling much better.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, in my mind, it's like, do I want to push through and do that? No. I started realizing I love vegetables and actually extremely healthy for you. The most healthy for you.
Yep.
It's grown by light. And what do all the animals eat? They eat grass, which is grown by light as well. Yep. Okay. So
they also provide us with our micronutrients that if you're on a carnivore diet, you're going to lack.
Yes.
And micronutrients is our vitamins and minerals for our cells in our bodies. So without them, we're fucked.
I don't doubt that. So after 30 days, I felt good, but I knew something wasn't right. Okay. So I didn't do that anymore. But the main thing that really got me to feel better was no sugar, no white sugar, no simple sugars, no simple carbs. So after with my session with Dina, we started talking about what foods to have. And it was a lot more vegetables. And so now what do is I have, I'm sorry, but I have to say the M word. I have that. I have my meat.
Yeah, then that's fine. That's fine. I'm a nutritionist. I deal with people every day.
I'm gonna have to put I have to put my little spin on it. I have to put my little spin on it. Okay.
So you have your protein source, which is your meat.
Protein. I have my protein source.
Yeah.
But I have a lot more vegetables. Yeah. And what my body's actually craving is the vegetables.
Yeah. So basically, when it comes to that, now I don't roll my eyes at the carnivore diet because it's meat. So I just want to really put that out there.
I agree with you.
I roll my eyes at any fad diet because I know the science base of long-term effects. Now, if you're on a carnivore diet and you're having no fiber, if you scientifically look into the research and the studies, a new one has come out. Now, back in the day when my nan and pop used to eat, I was actually having this conversation with my sister. They used to have a little bit of meat, some veggies, and some potato. And the statistics for bowel cancer was more 50s onwards, right? So when you're 50 and onwards, they give you a free bowel kit for you to test for that.
Yes.
A study has come out, I think it was either this year or last year, because of these fad diets going around, the statistics are now 18 to 35 years old and more getting bowel cancer than 50-year-olds because of the lack of fiber. So when I see someone promoting things like a carnivore diet, it fucking infuriates me because of the long-term health effects and hormone balance within women too. Studies have come out with that women actually can't have children anymore because you've got these idiots online promoting and coaching them to eat meat only and absolutely no veggies. And I just, fucking infuriates me. It makes me so angry.
That's fine. That's fine.
I only do that because I'm a woman with hormones. Yeah. And when I was meal prepping and having large amounts of meat, I fucked my own hormones to the point I thought that I wasn't going to have children. So when I see coaches now online doing it, I know the side effects to it. So like I said, if you want to eat meat, eat it. But it's like the no carb diet. Stupid. Why are you not eating carbs? They're like our main source of energy.
I still have some carbs.
Like a little bit. A little bit of carbs is fine, but cutting out carbs altogether long term, stupid.
I'm talking about because I work in construction, and for me, I don't process stress that well.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that we determined that with the gene test that stress is like is a very interesting thing. But anyways, because when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. I was scared. I wanted to just prove myself. So I was running on pure adrenaline and cortisol. I've had high cortisol my whole life.
Okay.
And what I was starting to do was I'd start to go back to the original way that I started to create dopamine, which is to drink soft drinks.
Okay.
Eat fatty foods. McDonald's, Red Rooster, any of that stuff, seed oils, hot chips. Yeah. Fucking love hot chips. You bring a plate of hot chips in here right now, I probably won't eat it because I had some other things this morning that really satisfy me.
And that's okay.
The thing is, if I start on them, and I will have them every now and then, but if I start on that, I'm going to demolish the whole bowl. And I'm going to feel amazing for 5 minutes. And then afterwards, my body, I feel disgusting.
Yeah.
So what I started doing was I started going out because I also enjoy having mealtime with friends and family together.
It's so important.
So everyone goes out there, like, we all go on El Portos today. I know I shouldn't be eating it, but I still go with them and I want to eat with them. So I still buy it and I eat it.
Yeah, but every now and again, you're like...
We're doing it every day.
You used to do it every day?
We were doing it every single day.
Doing it every day.
We were doing it every single day.
Okay.
I was, subcontractors would come past and drop off lollies.
Yeah.
I was sugar.
In the construction
chocolates.
Industry, that's a big, it's a big thing.
And then you're eating all this crap food every single day. So my body straight away was like, nah, that's it. And I put on 20 kilos. When I first started, I was 89 when I did my first medical.
Okay.
When I went all the way through and weighing myself to like last year, I got up to like 118, 19 kilos.
Yeah, okay.
It's disgusting. It is. That's how I felt.
Yeah,
it's not right. Couldn't fit into my clothes, and I couldn't fit into my existing clothes anymore.
Were you exercising as well?
I would go through periods of time where I was exercising, but what I noticed was even if I was exercising, nothing was coming off.
Because of the foods that you're eating. Yeah.
And my body was just not happy. Where before when I used to exercise, I used to be, my body's very reactive. Mm-hmm. If I change something within a day, I'll feel it.
Yeah, okay.
Or the same day, I will feel it straight away.
Yeah, yeah.
But it just because of all this toxic, I'll say toxic, it's toxicity, and my body was just like, nah. Even if I'll become a marathon runner, I believe, nothing would have changed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, it's a bit of an exaggeration there. But the thing is, like, I literally nothing would change. So I was like, okay, something's not right. So that's why I went down this path and I spoke to Dina. I just spoke to a holistic nutritionist. Yeah. You know? And
when was that? When have you been on your journey?
For her. So I noticed the biggest changes, that was in April, May, probably in around there.
May, June, July. Okay, so about four months?
What are we in 4 months. We're in August, yes. Yeah. Yep. And I've been taking I've been taking some supplements, a lot of stuff to get my gut flora back in balance. Yep. And I feel amazing. Cool. Now the thing is, I went overseas, got a bit here, went to Rome, had some pizza, had some pasta. Of course. It was delicious. 100%. Didn't put on any weight, came back. But now with my new job, again, stress and pressure, and you're like, oh, that Kit Kat looks all right. Yeah. Oh, this looks, and then I started to go down that path, and I'm like, no. Yeah. So that's enough. Yeah. I don't know where we're going with this conversation, but I'm just telling you a bit about myself.
You go for it.
But the biggest thing is what I was craving when I was overseas. What's Jack found over there? He's found something. Nick's stash of gold. To everyone that's listening to this podcast, I've got my dog in the studio here. Has he? Yeah. Oh, sorry, man. Has he? Is it? I'll clean it up. I'm sorry, Nick. I do apologize. I'll clean it.
You probably watched him and was like, fuck's sake.
Sorry, he pissed. I took him outside. I'll clean it, bro. Just let him not damage anything. I'm sorry, Nick. Fuck. We're just. Oh, fuck. Jack, what? He has to do it because he wants to claim this place as his own. Okay.
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
All right, everyone. My dog has just pissed in the Better Media studio. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, cool. Are you a holistic nutritionist, or how would you describe it? Screw everything else. We'll just put that aside. Are you a holistic how would you describe yourself as a nutritionist? I
would say holistic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you touched on something which is hormones.
Hormones. Yeah. Big believer in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I tested my testosterone. It was in the, just want to make sure he's not pissing again. It's in the normal range, but on the lower end.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is that good? Is that not good? Do I trust what these what the medical labs are saying? My doctor's saying it's fine, but I'm like, I feel like I want more testosterone in my body. So then in relation to everything else, I did the hormone tests. It's actually pretty good. All fertility, health, and stuff. That looks all pretty good. You know, talking to the missus in relation to that stuff, you got to prepare for when you want to have children. Yeah. But now with so do you see male clients or is it female clients?
Mostly females, because I'll like re-regulate like their periods and their hormones, etc.
That's a big thing. A lot of I'm actually but on feeds and talking to people, like periods is just starting to fall off a bit.
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
Again, because I feel like there's just so many different kinds of diets out there that they're following, and like especially younger girls. Like I've got some clients that are like maybe 18 and they've stopped having their period due to nutrition. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, and like a lot of people who do competing, if they don't get the right coach, I was the same. I did 3 comps back in the day ages ago.
What were you doing? What comps?
Bikini comps, like the bikini
bodybuilding.
Kind of competitions. Yeah. And I lost mine for maybe like a year, so I had to re-regulate that. So that's why I got into nutrition.
This makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of gut issues I had, so I became lactose intolerant because of that, because of my diet of what I was having before.
Were you drinking a lot of milk during that time?
Before that time, I would have things like Milos and yogurts and etc. But during my comp prep, no, I don't think I had dairy at all, to be honest.
Okay.
And I literally am now lactose intolerant because of that, which I don't care anyways, because I don't really like dairy in general. Okay. But what I'm saying is it's like your nutrition on the female hormone side of things has a massive impact, and fertility and all that kind of stuff too. So
that's extremely important. Why? Because women are
you boys would not be here if it wasn't for us.
Exactly. So they're the ones that actually, the portals into this world for beings to come through.
Exactly. So it's super important. I'm super passionate about it. So
I
like that side of things.
Would you say that we're going for a crisis, but would you say that it's quite bad? Is there quite a few people out there actually suffering from this?
I don't know. I don't know the statistics, so I can't really comment on that.
That's okay.
But I do know that I have a lot of clients who come to me for it. And gut health.
And have you seen a lot of success in helping them regulate and come back again?
Absolutely. It takes a lot of monitoring though. Like it's not like a week or 2 week kind of thing. No. Like it takes a couple of months, if not up to like 6 months, for us to re-regulate these periods.
What would you say that you've seen so far with what you've been doing is like the greatest impact on female hormones?
Just re-regulating their period, which has a big effect on PMS, their mood swings, all that kind of stuff. So like their everyday life, cramps, endometriosis, polycystic ovaries, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just basically just changing their diet. Some of them are a little bit more severe to the point they have to go see more a dietitian. Which nutritionists and dietitians are a little bit different in that aspect legally as well.
Okay.
And then also they need to work closely with a doctor as well. So if I think it's a bit more severe to what I know, I'll send them to a doctor instead.
Of course.
But then a lot of doctors these days, I'll just give you medication and a pill, honestly. So
a pill for an ill.
Yep.
I agree with that. I'm not a doctor, and please, to anyone that's listening to this too, obviously everyone's always going to say, please consult your doctor and your GP.
Maybe do more like a holistic, like what are they called?
Holistic GP.
There's people that do like the more spiritual side of things, and they give you like the tablets and that. They're not nutritionists. Do you know what I'm talking about? What are they called?
Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. Right on the tip of my tongue.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The holistic. What are they called?
No, I feel like just texting the missus now. Fuck, she's always talking to one.
A naturopath.
That's the one. We got there. I got there first. Naturopaths are awesome.
Yeah.
And there was actually, I went to Byron Bay, and there was like a naturopath clinic there.
Yeah.
And I was like, my mom's got some type of, she's got like an infection in her mouth. Do you have some for that? Yeah, she made this concoction.
Yeah, they're fucking wizards.
Dude, because I have like inflamed gums and stuff, and a lot of that's from sugar. I know that to be a case from sugar in my diet.
Yeah.
I took that, and it just helps with you. It just helped with your gum health so much. It tasted like death. Okay, it was crazy. But when you have these types of things and these different roots from different parts of the world, even for me, I love frankincense.
Oh yeah,
I love frankincense, and I don't advise you to do this, but
wait, you smoke it? See, I
take it orally.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've got them at home, but I burn them.
Oh, okay. So you have that frankincense. I don't take. You burn that. It's what do you call it? It's just like
I don't know what it is.
They're crystals. I forgot.
Yeah, that thing.
You put them on there. It smells amazing. It's great for spiritual health. It's great for bringing in energy and cleansing.
All that, yeah.
A lot of churches and stuff will use them. That comes from Oman. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But also, if you go to doTERRA and whatnot, they have frankincense oil. And then there's another brand called Enki, which make ENKI.
Yep.
This is a plug for them. They make like all these different tinctures that you take orally. And I feel amazing because I had some bad bacteria in my stomach that we found in the gut test, and the seed oils will help to kill it, and also frankincense.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and I believe this one you can actually take it orally, so I'll send you a link, but it's called Enki, and they've got all these different types.
Okay.
It's amazing. So that's when you go to a naturopath and you have all these different types of herbs.
Yeah.
And all that, it's a game changer.
It could really help.
Of course.
Rather than just getting a pill.
No, I don't think so. Like you get stomach pain, and I'm not a doctor, but they'll prescribe you Nexium. How long can you take Nexium for? You got to take antibiotics, and then you got to take probiotics after.
Yep.
I think antibiotics definitely have a place. They do.
Oh yeah.
But you got to sort of like also you have to make sure that you're treating your gut as well afterwards.
Absolutely.
You know? So all right, so take us a bit through because so I was just, when we first started talking, I was like, where's this conversation going? Like, I'm going to upset my guest here. No, she's a very mature woman. But tell us a bit about yourself. Like, how did you get onto this journey? Because your page is a wealth of knowledge. And when you're talking to your guests, like, there's a wealth of knowledge there, very mature. But how did you get to this stage? So take us a bit through that.
In like nutrition or social media?
Who you are today is yourself.
Like what I do?
Yeah. So who is Jessica Wallis?
I am an online nutritionist, content creator, and podcast host.
Okay. Yes, you are. How did you get to this point? What happened? Take us a bit through your life.
Okay. So I started I don't know where to start. I don't know.
So how old were you when you first started doing the comps for bodybuilding?
Okay.
How old were you then?
That was like 10 years ago. I would have been 20.
That's perfect time. So
20.
Yeah, going from when your teens into adulthood around that point. And
so I did my competition when I was 20. I did 3 of them, but I can't tell you what age each.
Doesn't matter.
I think I did my first one actually before I was 18.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Why? What did you like about them?
I think everyone was doing it, so I just wanted to jump in and go and see how I felt.
Yeah, 10 years.
It was the worst thing of my life. The dieting was just shit. Bad.
How did you feel? So obviously, one result here is you have a very aesthetic body that looks amazing.
Thank you.
Doing like yourself, but anyone that would do that, like a banging body, yeah. But the thing is, how did you feel on the inside?
I was moody. No, I wasn't. I didn't feel good. Like mentally, I was grumpy. I was angry. But the moment I got on stage, I must admit, it was the most amazing feeling.
And endorphins and everything.
Yeah, like obviously. And then when you get off stage, then you just eat whatever you want, and then you just feel shit, and then you just go back to your everyday life. Like me personally, it wasn't for me, but I understand why people do it. So
okay,
yeah.
All right. And then from there, you went through, you felt like crap, and then was you started to notice changes in your body, and you went through
I re-regulated my period, etc. And then I got another coach, I think a couple of years, maybe 3 years down the track. And then I did a comp back to back. And then again, that coach I got was amazing, but unfortunately I lost my period again. And then ever since then I got off comps altogether, and I did more lifestyle. The more lifestyle approach. So I looked into nutrition, regulated my periods, and then I felt really good, and then I just went from there.
And then that's the whole path from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's like myself, but business-wise, like I was a PT in between all this as well. Yeah.
So you've always enjoyed fitness?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So you train every single day, all the time?
I would say maybe 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah.
I train. And I do variety gym, CrossFit, might go running.
What's your favorite?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't tell you.
Because you have a warehouse. There's a gym there.
Yeah, that's my own gym. I don't train there though. I can't train. It's my workplace. So I'll start working if I train in there.
So where do you train? Like, do you just go to a gym or?
Yeah, Revolutions in St. Mary's. It's a big gym. I worked there for 10 years, and then I got my own warehouse during COVID.
Yeah.
And then I still train there though.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. So also I noticed, when I first found you, I don't know how I did. I think it was through your podcast, and I think with Mario Bex. Is it Bex?
Mario, we would have went through Mario.
Yeah, so just through that whole thing there,
yeah.
Mr. Mario there.
Have you met Mario before?
No, I have never met him. No, I haven't met him.
It's a good dude.
But I think that's where.
Yeah.
And you had 188,000
yes.
Followers.
Yes.
Which I don't measure that as success, but I think that you must be doing something right in relation to the social media world to be getting there, or maybe you're not. I don't know.
Yep.
But the thing is, I was like, wow, that's crazy. So, but you had that, but now you got rid of it.
So basically my point of view on that was I didn't get rid of it. I actually turned it into a business page because it was my personal page, and I was attracting a lot of negative people from the content I was posting, number one, because I do modeling on the side as well.
Yeah, okay.
So I did a lot of, I guess, bikini photos, all that kind of stuff, etc. Anyways.
That's okay. At Soldierify, we love that stuff.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it at all.
Good.
I'll put it out there. No worries. So I've been doing that for 9 years. So I used to showcase that on my page because it was a part of me, and that was my and then 2 of my videos went viral. That's how I got all the followers. And then as I kept getting viral, the more people were reporting my page. So then instead of like my views went like this, they went down. And honestly, I was making no money off it. And if I'm doing things in my business, I want to be making money, right?
Gotcha. Understood.
So instead of sitting there and posting and just getting banned all the time, I actually turned it into a nutrition page. So if you go on, it's still there.
Which one is it?
It's called nutritioncoach.co. So that's my nutrition page. That's collaborated with Susie Active. Yeah.
But it's dropped off a little bit because like, I don't want to see nutrition.
Well, it's because I'm not putting, my body on there anymore. So all the people who followed me for that.
I like that. Good stuff.
So that page now helps my views on my other ones,
Ooh. And people are like, what's he looking at? I'm like, literally, she just put up this pasta. They're like, why is he like that? But that's literally put up this pasta here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Pappardelle. Oh, okay. All right.
So good.
Yeah, it is. I actually enjoy your cooking videos.
Thank you.
But why? So why would you can't answer that question? Why are people reporting? I guess it's just jealous people.
I honestly wouldn't have a clue. I kept posting to the point I would honestly just post like a workout video, and Instagram kept taking my page down for a day.
But why? What's wrong with it?
I was over it, honestly. So I started a new page. My new page only has like 700, but I don't care. It actually gets more views than I was on my...
Yeah, gotcha.
So I don't care about views and that. My business is making more money than it was before.
Interesting.
And I just use that nutritioncoach.co to help my other pages now grow.
So that's the whole mature aspect of yourself as well. And that's actually, I find it interesting that you actually flipped it all around there.
Yeah, I just views and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, these days, look, people might see it as important, like whatever, but I'm not an influencer, so I don't actually care. My business is making more money. That's all I care about.
What's your main goal? For this what the things that you're doing now, so with your Susie Active, and so what's your main goal, like in business wise? What do you want to do?
I want to go fully online because I'm 28, so by the time I have a partner and have children, I want to be fully online, so when I do have children I can be at home providing an income as well. Right. So that's my goal. Yeah, fully online with all my businesses.
No, that's good. And what if you were able to, if you wanted to describe your business or what you want to do, like from what I'm hearing at the moment, it's like you want to help women through nutrition to rebalance their hormones.
And gut health as well.
And gut health. So actually go down. So what are you seeing with gut health with not just women, everyone, but with women at the moment? What's going on?
It's not just women, it's men too. Like gut health, I coach men and women for that. Again, I feel like a lot of people just feel like if they have one good day of eating, they don't really understand that you've got to flush your gut out and then rebuild it up, and it's going to take time. So I feel like a lot of people come with me with gut health issues. Bloating is
bloating's a big one.
Absolutely, massive one, to the point like it hurts. It's affecting their day-to-day life, etc. And they just don't know how to balance their meals properly. Like they don't know 2 fruits a day, but 6 serves of veggies, all that kind of stuff. Like they might have a cup of veggies, a little bit of fruit, and then they might just go home and have a chocolate and be like, yeah, but I'm eating healthy, but they're not. I think they just need that accountability. Okay, so fair enough. Yeah. I've noticed it's just, I think just gut health, like I'm just happier. Yeah. I'm so much happier. Yeah, their mood. Yep. Yeah, they'll be more irritated as well. And as soon as I work with them and they start eating good, like you said, it's like their mental health becomes better. Like I had one girl and she said on the scale she wasn't really seeing a difference, but mentally she felt good, so she was happy. Oh, that's it. And your warehouse space, so what are people using that for? Well, what's going on there? All right, so all my businesses are put into one. Yeah. So basically I do my PT there. All my clients, I have the downstairs area because all my clients have been with me for about 4+ years now. So I've built a gym down there for them to use. And then I've got the upstairs podcast studio. Yep. I use it as my nutrition practice as well. Yeah, and then I have a content creation company. So if you are a fitness coach and you don't want to go film your exercises in the gym, you can rent out my space and have like a private gym area. That's actually smart. How'd you come up with that idea? I just thought about it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, cool. That's actually very interesting. And probably because I was that person in the gym to be like, I can't film in here. Like, too many people, embarrassed. So I get people who come and rent it out, and then they can put it on their apps, social media, etc. So. You know, on the Instagram as well, on the TikTok, like there's a lot of people there that are not embarrassed in the content that they're filming. Sometimes I'm like, I can't believe this stuff here. But I think it's a fine balance, but I think it's actually a great idea as well. Yeah. I enjoy your podcast. Thank you. I enjoy when there's noise coming from the next door warehouses, whatever it is. I think it adds it adds realism to it. It's not perfect. Oh, it's so annoying. I definitely need a room like this. Yeah. There's so much I need to do to that gym, but I wanted to get it up and running. So I just started, and the noise is the noise. That's the best way to manifest as well, is actually just I just did it. And I was like, it definitely needs improving, and I'm okay to admit that because I feel like that's business. It's comfortable. It's real. It's raw. I'm not here to muck around and make it look pretty. Just we'll get to that. And then once it grows, I'll invest in doing more to it, and it'll get better. So it's fine. So because I listened to Lenny's one, Yeah.
I listened to your one with when you were in the studio. There was M, yeah. And I listened to the one with Aaron. But back when you were with Mario. Yeah. So that's where I discovered him, and then I started getting into what you were doing. But the one with M, like every now and then you just hear, like it was actually quite constant. You'd be hearing so many things.
Oh, it was so annoying.
Yeah.
It actually irritates me so much, that noise. But it's only when I film a podcast, it's the elevator behind me. Yeah.
So just film it maybe at a different time. I don't know. Is it always at a consistent time that you're doing it?
No, it's just every time I do a podcast.
Ooh,
I was in there on a Sunday once and they started using it. And I
reckon Nick made a prayer to the universe to get more people to come to his studio. So he's just sort of like making it difficult.
So it's his fault.
And then it's like, fuck it, we'll just go to Better Media. There's no elevators there. Oh, man.
Well, I used to do it out of Mario's studio.
Yes, I remember that.
And that was perfect. And he had the greatest setup, but it's so far away. Like I wanted everything in one space.
Because you're in Penrith.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you lived in Penrith your whole life? Or?
I live in Silverdale. So
I have no idea where that is.
Silverdale is like farmland, like it's the opposite.
Awesome.
Direction. Yeah,
good stuff.
About 25 minutes away.
Did you grow up on like a property with acreage and stuff?
No,
or?
I'm originally from St. Clair. And then I moved to Parramatta with where my grandparents have been.
Yep.
And then I decided it's time to move out of my home. And then I moved in with my cousin in Silverdale.
How's that going for you?
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah, good stuff.
So good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you grew up at St. Clair, do you remember Rocco's Pizzeria?
Oh, yeah, they closed down.
Sons of bitches. I'm going to say that, like, you guys, come on, man.
Why? They were like the best pizza place.
I would say one of the, yeah, okay.
They were in St. Clair?
In St. Clair, definitely the best.
Tell me somewhere better, please.
Look, I'm not going to, look, they are one of the best. That's one of the best pizzas I've ever had. One of the best.
And they were so lovely in there.
Yeah, they were fantastic. But the other good place that I really like in Penrith is Naked Flame.
Okay, I haven't been there before.
Yeah, Naked Flame.
Okay, Naked Flame. Where's that?
Near Fish.
Is it like on like the High Street?
Smith Street. So if you go on Northern Road,
yes,
and then you're going towards. Did he piss again, Nick?
No.
Okay, I'm just like really worried, you know. You're going on Northern Road and you're going towards the Great Western Highway off the M4 on the left hand side of Smith Street. You got Fish there.
Okay.
And then on the corner you got Naked Flame. Like a lot of people go past, don't even know it's there.
Is it a restaurant?
Yeah, you can dine in there, and it's wood fire. I love it. It's really nice.
Fire pizza, honestly.
But look? Am I going to say who's better? I'm not going to say who's better. I love them both. Okay. But Rocco's. I discovered Rocco's. I wish I went there a couple more times because they had a lot more variety in there as well. Good. And they went into making pizza doughs, and now they've got a food truck. Or that
goes around. Is that why they closed down?
I think so.
Oh, so they're not fully closed.
No, they're doing some other things. I don't know what's going on. They've got a different business model there. But as a nutritionist, you'd obviously recommend people eating pizza, balanced diet.
Yeah, look, when it comes to pizza, Rocco, 100%. Yeah. Like, I would go get that.
When I went to Rome, I was trying to get good pizza, and I was just falling everywhere. There was nothing. It wasn't the best. Like, we have better here.
Okay.
Then I finally waited. I typed into Google best pizza Rome.
Yeah.
And then this one place came up. I waited 1 hour in the sun to get inside.
Yeah.
And it was the best pizza I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
Piccolo Buco, I think it's called. And honestly, it's just you can't compare with it. It's just it was amazing. Piccolo Buco.
Okay, well, if they ever go there you go.
Yes, I'll send you a photo of the pizza that I had. It was amazing. All right, cool. So, just trying to figure out like what else. We just talked about so much because one thing that I really like about your podcast is like there's a bit of an air of authority. I'm not saying you're an authoritarian figure. I've got to be careful how I say this, but you have this. What's your star sign?
I'm Capricorn.
Oh, fuck the boss. The boss. That's it.
Are you Capricorn?
No, I'm an Aries, so it's a fire sign.
Yeah.
I believe Capricorn's a fire sign, but Capricorns are stubborn.
But
I've got to be careful what I'm saying.
Driven.
Yeah. Yes, very driven. Very driven. Very driven. No doubt about that.
I would like to say I am stubborn, but I would like to feel like as I grow a little bit that I become not stubborn. I feel like everyone has some stubbornness in them.
I'm extremely stubborn. We get the missus on the podcast, ask her, like I'm falling. That's it. It's like everything's becoming uncovered, you know? Like I'm extremely stubborn. But when I listen to it, I actually enjoy it because what I get from you is you put your opinion out there, but you respect other people's opinions, but you've actually taken your time to actually mature a lot of things within what you put forward. Okay. And it's sort of like when someone that comes on, they speak their mind, you listen to it, but then it's sort of like you have your own, not a rebuttal, but you have your own version of it. It's just actually a really interesting conversation. But I really liked the conversation you had with Lenny. And what I like now is you're getting some guys on there and you getting their nutrition. The first thing is like, how much water do you drink? I'll tell you, I drink 3 liters a day minimum.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
When I drink 1 liter a day, or if I'm not drinking enough, I feel sick.
Yeah, it's a non-negotiable with my clients is water. I do not care what your excuse is. Drink your water.
I don't like fluoride. I don't like chloride. I like filtered water. Yeah. So whatever, but I drink, especially when I'm out on the weekends at home working and stuff, it's hot day, I drink up to 4 liters. I have to. Yeah. Okay. Now you ask them these questions, you go down all their nutrition plans, this and that, but then you get into relationships.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, here we go.
Well, this is what everyone wants to talk about, isn't it?
I don't like talking about relationships. I've had interesting ones in the past and whatever, but it's just interesting to see what's going on, because I like to see what's going on with the younger crowd. Yep. We're talking with Justin Holland the other day. I got his name right about just dating at the moment. And it's just, you can't, like, men don't even go, it's like, I don't know, do they still go up and they introduce themselves to women and they go ask them out, or is it all just swiping? It's all swiping. It's all dick pics on Instagram. Sorry about that. But it's like this whole world's changed.
Dick pics on Instagram?
Yeah. I don't know.
God.
No, I don't know. I was just trying a bit out there.
Game to be doing that. Jesus
I've heard some stories out there. Or even on Tinder and stuff like so.
Can I just put it out there to all the guys that no girl wants to see your penis in a photo? I'm just putting that out there.
I've never sent one. There's not enough zoom. There's not enough zoom in the world, bro.
Like, I swear they think, like, boys think that we're gonna open it and be like, wow, it is the most disgusting thing.
Just choking it. Sorry. Nah, that's wrong. Unless it's consensual and you want to. I don't know. But
anyways, yep.
So are you're single?
I am.
Okay.
I sure am.
Okay, but let's talk about I want to understand this dating world now. What's going on? Is it more Tinder, Bumble? What is it? Is it people coming to ask you? Do you get hit on at all?
See, I feel like I get asked this all the time, like, oh, you must get hit on so much. Honestly, I don't. Like, do people inbox me? Of course they do, but like not all the time.
And when the inbox, like, hey, how you going? Do you want to meet up?
Oh yeah, it's just boring conversations.
Yeah.
Really.
Ooh.
Like, I just feel like conversations these days, I need like a mature, interesting, like my mind needs to be stimulated, like get to know me. If it's just like, hey, how are you? Like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to talk about it.
Guys, we've got some insight here. You got to send her like a puzzle.
Not even a puzzle, but like... you want to get them to get to know you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So from what you've discussed with the females that come onto your podcast, or the ladies and the men, like what's it like? Is dating in trouble at the moment?
Yes.
Why?
Because of social media. They're just waiting for their next option. You're an option.
Yes.
That's what you are.
Yes.
That's what I feel like anyway, since I've been single. I was in a 7-year relationship.
Okay. And
then as soon as I started putting myself out there, I'm not even joking, every single person I've talked to, I'm just an option. Yeah.
And I think a big part of that is also the websites and the apps and stuff that people can use, and it's just such a variety of just swiping.
Yeah, and just insecurities too. Like, I feel like a lot of people these days don't want to work on themselves. So you do one little thing wrong, or you might trigger their insecurity and they don't know how to communicate. They just rather just not talk to you ever again and run away. So it just confuses me. But anyways.
Yeah. So I don't even know. I know when I first started dating when I was like 19, like my first girlfriend that I had, she actually added me on Facebook, and then we from there just start talking. Just okay, and you go on one date, go to the movies, and you start building something that's quite nice.
Yeah.
The second one, I actually saw her at uni, sat down across from her. Do you mind if I sit here? And then the vibe was there. I'm reading a book, and we just started chatting.
Yeah.
And
meeting people out is the best thing.
Yeah.
Like, I met someone when I went to New Zealand.
Okay.
And when I went to Bali, I met someone as well.
Oh,
and
nice.
it was the best thing because you get to know them in person.
Beautiful.
It was so nice.
And it's not going anywhere?
No.
Oh, why? All right. That don't answer why, but okay. But you actively, but you sort of, you know what you do? You sort of just, if you're on these sites and you sort of need validation, I feel like a lot of people need validation now. Which
what sites?
What I'm saying is like a lot of the dating, like what's going on at the moment, people need validation.
Yeah.
Okay. Social media, people need to be validated.
Yeah.
I like if I get views, for example, my videos, it shows that it's growing.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I'm not a failure. I'm still okay. I know who I am. I just got to do it from a different place. But with dating, people need quick stimulation, quick validation. And I feel like there's a massive degradation in the whole thing. People aren't actually getting to know each other anymore.
No,
and I think it's okay. You're allowed to get to know. You should get to know people.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, I don't want to get to know them too much because then it's sort of like they'll think I'm too into it. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? What's with the mental stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. And then you do something completely different on the next date, and then like that's wrong as well. So it's like I'm in a place where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Like it's crazy.
And I don't understand.
It's so crazy.
I don't understand. It's sort of like and especially men have done. But I've seen a lot of women do this now as well.
It's women and men. It's not just men.
I was going to say it started off with men initially, but yes, there is a lot of crazy women out there.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like this whole, I swear I'm looking for a relationship. I want to settle down, and then it's like, no, you're not.
So you know what it is? As soon as something, I think people think that these things are going to be easy. As soon as they're hit with a hard conversation, they run. It's like a lot of people don't know how to deal with hard situations these days. They're not like, I guess.
You hit them with the hard conversations, don't you?
Absolutely. Like, I know exactly what I want. This is what I want. Like, let's talk about this. If you don't want it to, like, let me know. But instead of that, it's you're too much. I'm never talking to you.
I thought it was sort of like on the first day. What's your thought on quantum physics?
Not on the first date, I don't. Like, when you get to know them. But if it's been like a couple of like months or something, I feel like you're allowed to have that conversation.
You're allowed to have that conversation anytime. It doesn't really matter.
It's not like, hey, can we get married? It's, hey, like, where's this going? Don't waste my time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like that's okay.
I respect that and I agree with that. But it's all. What's your thought on politics? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, don't ask.
No, I'm not going to. It's not a political podcast here as well. But I feel like there's a lot more little boys and men out there at the moment.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, honestly.
Sorry, guys, I have to say it. And I actually feel in relation to the women as well. Like, for example, let's go back to Em's podcast. I'm actually going to reach out, see if she wants to come on one day. But
love it.
The thing is, she's doing the work. You listen to what she's saying. She's doing the work, and she's gone through early childhood traumas. Everything's trauma related at the moment.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot of, like, let's say, emotional issues. But you go back and you do the work, and that's when you start to become more mature and you unlock yourself. But then the downside of that is you don't really relate to most of the people anymore because you can see that they're continually in that loop.
Yeah.
And especially the guys, they don't realize that. They think that they're men, you don't become a man until you're after 30. And there are some that actually get the mentality in the 20s, but you're still not fully developed. The thing is, a lot of them, I think from our perspective is the role models aren't there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't have a really good role model for. My dad was actually showing me what not to do.
Yeah, right.
Don't do this. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But I never really had positive role models until now, working in construction, having a lot of other men around me to see how they are I didn't know how to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So a lot of men don't have that, and especially social media. You know tell me this. When you're starting to go down a dating route, you found someone, you're talking, do you find that they talk to you every day, or do they like play hard to get?
I feel like these days, like I was in this, like I said, 7-year relationship. And I feel like on this side of things, I'm learning to not have to talk to somebody all the time.
Good.
But in my 7-year relationship, we talked every day. So I'm used to that.
Yeah.
So when I talk to somebody nowadays, like every single one of them, like they might go like 2 days without talking to me. I'm like, oh, hey, how are you?
The fuck?
Yeah.
2
and
days.
I find 2 days a bit like.
How long have you been talking at this stage?
Oh, maybe like a month. In
2 days.
2 days. Every 2 days, they might just contact me. Like, I say nothing now. Like, whatever. If you don't want to talk to me, I
know what's going on.
Yeah, they're probably talking to other people. Whatever.
Sorry, I'm sorry to say that, but that's a bit much.
Like, I don't need to talk to somebody all day, but like once a day, just to say, oh, how was your day? Like a nice 10-minute phone call would be nice.
Yeah.
I
talk to the missus every single day. If I don't, she's like, "Are you alive?" She'll send choppers out.
Yeah,
the army will come down. It's like, there's someone said that you're dead. I'm not dead. I'm just literally barely surviving at work.
But you don't know the power of a message. As in, if you are,
she's gonna listen to this.
If you are so busy, it takes like 2 seconds to be like, hey, I'm going to be busy today, talk to you later. And honestly, I'll go on about my day. And
I can hear her laughing. She's like, yay.
Exactly, because women will fucking agree with me. All it takes is 1 second to write a message. I'm busy.
Nick, do you write a message every single day to your missus?
Most days, yeah.
See?
Why are you doing this to me right now, bro?
Yes, and you have no idea the power of that message.
Back me, Nick. Nah, I understand that. I don't know what, I'm not going to go down the path of what I'm doing. I think I'm just mentally fucked. But what I want to go down is do you find that guys play a lot of games?
The ones that I attract, yeah.
Let's go down that path. Let's like deconstruct. No, we won't. Whatever.
Well, we can deconstruct it if you want. I don't know.
All right, can we talk about like 7-year relationship? How did you take that breakup?
I felt like in my head I was out of it long before I walked away. It was hard, of course. But when I decided to leave, I was more okay than I thought I was going to be. It's because I went through a little bit of trauma during it. Okay. And I feel like I already was broken up a year before I actually walked away.
Oh, well, there you go. Can we do what went wrong?
I don't really want to get into it.
Don't get into it.
But we just had a lot of issues.
Yeah, fair enough.
To the point, I decided to leave.
Okay. And then how did you feel afterwards? How long did it take you to rebuild that again?
To rebuild.
Oh, to rebuild, like, did you have to rebuild yourself? Did you take a time?
Absolutely,
did you take a period
I'm still rebuilding myself in that relationship.
How long ago was that?
2 years ago now.
Okay. That's, in the grand scheme of things, that's still not pretty fresh, but it's still there. Like, you still have remnants of that.
Well, 7 years to 2 years. Like, you still have to do a lot of healing, a lot of like self-worth. Work. So like jumping into other relationships, I found that I have a lot of things I need to work on as well. So it's not always just the man. Like, I feel like you need to realize like when you're in the wrong too.
Every relationship is always both.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that. And someone's like, no, it's always both. Even when I post something on TikTok or Instagram or something talking about like being brought up by my mom and my dad's not there, I actually, like, some people like understand what I'm saying because now I'm building a relationship with my dad.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that's cool. But then other ones are like, no, like, you shouldn't be giving him a second chance. Like, there's a lot of anger out there in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that's not really for anyone else to say.
No, it's not. But the thing is, there's always two parts to every single story there.
Absolutely.
And it's not just one-sided. So even in relationships, it's always a fine dance. But so basically, can I ask, like, how long there's no written rule in how long it takes someone to go, like, how long did it have you opened your heart up again?
Yeah, I have actually many times. Like, I haven't really put this out there, but like I said, I met someone in New Zealand and then I traveled all the way back for them to open myself back up only to get hurt again. Recently, I traveled somewhere for somebody else, only once again to get my heart broken. So I put myself out there. I'm not ashamed of it. I don't care because I gave all the energy I could give them.
The reason why I say, I can understand in that feeling, but fuck it, just do, even if it comes up again, go do it again, maybe do it a different way.
Absolutely, I'm all for it. Like,
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, you won't know unless you try, right? So
the biggest thing is that I've noticed with myself and a lot of other people is that when you're hurt the big way and you shut yourself off and you don't realize, and then it's very difficult for you to open up again.
You know what? I was like that at the start when I left my ex and I opened myself up the first time and that didn't work out. It took me a while to then go back out. Now I'm so resilient. I'll be sad for a day and then I'll get the fuck over it because they're all the same. So you just move on, like whatever.
Maybe try to look for a different type. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know what your type is, but have you written a list on what you want?
No.
Yeah, maybe put it out to the universe, but just put out like in relation to where they continually let you down. Just make that like a forefront, like mature, reads books, built whatever, or I don't know what is, but you just write that down and go for it, because usually, it's interesting when you usually go for the same type all over and over and it keeps the same thing happens all the time. You need to tweak something. Yeah. There's one little thing, maybe whatever. If you always go for blondes and all the blondes always letting you down, well, maybe go for a brunette. Maybe I should go. No. But just tweak little things like that. So I really wish you all the best in your journey, because it'll be fantastic to see you. And you want to get married one day?
Oh, one day. Look, I'm happy on my own. Like, I'm not out there searching. But if something comes to me, great. If not, I'm fine on my own.
You're not like one of those ones that have made the grand plans of it's got to be this way, that way.
No, I've always just been so invested in my business, if anything. And I feel like if that side of things happens for me, great. Like I said, if it doesn't, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
The main thing is I've always said that it's good to wait until after 30 to get married.
Okay.
And usually a lot of it's got to do with your Saturn return. Yep. A lot of it's got to do with growing up.
Yeah.
Like as a male, I'm 34, turning 35 next year. I always get it wrong. I feel like I'm 35. Like I feel old, man. And I'm getting people on the podcast that are much younger than me, sometimes older, but I'm like, fuck. I feel like I'm going through a midlife crisis at the moment. God help me. Yeah.
Really 35?
I don't know. When I turned 30, I was like, oh my God, my life's ended. I was like, what's going on? I don't know.
Some people don't make it to 30. You need positive
back in the Middle Ages, 30 was like the pinnacle. You made it to 30, like you're you know.
You're old.
Nah, I'm all right. But I've got my own little demons that I'm battling with there. But where was I going with this conversation? Oh, that's right. I'm nowhere near the same person I was when I was 18, when I was 25, even 28, even at 30. Like once you flip that switch and you go over that, into your 30s, you're the same person, you're a different person at the same time.
Apparently 30s is where like you thrive the most, I've been told.
Oh, fuck
by
yeah.
Many
Yes.
Like that's 30 to 35.
I cannot wait to see you in your 30s. And I'm telling you, your business will be
absolutely
taking off. We're all invited to Jess's wedding. It's going to happen, but you'll see, I'm trying to manifest. You will see that mentally another gear turns on. Something just flips, switches, and you've experienced a lot more in life. Now, you made a comment to Lenny saying you're meeting a lot of 35-year-olds or a lot of men in their 30s are immature. Yeah. What's going on?
I don't know. You ask them.
Can we ask him? I'd love to ask him.
Not too sure. And they have children, like daughters, and they it baffles my brain.
Not normal people.
Baffles my brain.
Guys. All right, I'm not going to dwell too much on that one there, but I don't understand. But fair enough. I feel that social media is really just taking a hold, and people just need to read more books and just take some time out. Books.
Do you have any recommendations?
All these ones here that Nick has that he's never read. What type do you read books?
Yeah, just like the more like mindset, like self-growth.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So what do we got here? Becoming Supernatural is a good one. Have you read The Alchemist?
No, is that good?
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah?
That is fantastic.
Okay.
You need to read The Alchemist.
Okay.
Everyone needs to read The Alchemist.
Okay.
The thing that book actually made me cry.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I'm going to take a photo of that when we finish.
And the reason is, and I'm just going to say it, when you find your treasure, you're finally home. I've butchered that, but that's the message that I got, which is you'll get to a point in your life, you'll go somewhere where you'll find some treasure and you'll finally feel home.
Okay.
And I feel like I've come to that point in a couple of times.
Yep.
And that for me was through like knowing Creator and God and having that relationship and finding that within myself. And that helped me with a lot of stuff in my life, especially going through COVID and stuff and denying, getting vaccinated and all these things. That helped me. But that's that. So so I reckon, you know what, read that book and see how it goes for you. And I'm sure you'll find your treasure. Yeah. And there's always something a little bit missing in someone's life, but then when they unlock it, just magic happens.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And is there anything else there?
I've done The Secret when I was on my way to.
Everyone's done this.
Yeah. Bali. I did the audio book.
Oh yeah. How'd you find that?
Yeah, like I already knew all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like I was sitting there on the way to Bali, like motivated, like, yeah, this is good.
What do you want to manifest now?
For my business to just keep growing.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Anything else?
That's it.
So anything? No, that's okay. That's all right. I'm manifesting. I want this podcast to grow.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm concentrating on that. I want, in construction, I want to keep on. I want that to grow, but it's going to come to a point where that's going to stop because I don't want to have a boss above me.
Yeah.
Even though the guys are above me now, fantastic, but it's going to come to a point where if I want to start at 8, if I don't want to work today, if I don't want to work for a week, it's up to me.
Freedom. It's more freedom.
Exactly right. Yeah. So I want my podcast to grow, and we're trying to work out something with Nick here where he gives me his viewers. No. And then, no. I don't want them, bro. Just fucking keep them over there. But I want my podcast to grow. But the thing is, have you been specific in any areas and
of course.
Yeah.
I've got my mood board. I'm at home. I print everything out and put it away. I've got, very. I'm just not open with like all.
You don't
of
have to.
Yeah.
I don't. I have to. But I just wanted to see, are you putting them down? Like,
of course I do. I've written them down in a book, and I also, because I downloaded the audio book. It's called Manifest by Roxy Mafusi. I think that's her last name. And she does the 7 steps, and I followed all 7 steps at the start of this year. Did everything I had to do. Now it's just brewing, I'm
going to talk to you off camera after this. Well, there's a couple of things. That's all right. No, that's okay. Just something's come to me there, but we can't. That's all right. Sometimes we're open. Sometimes we just keep things on the side, but stop asking questions, people. Now, I've asked everything I wanted. I've found out a lot of stuff. So where can people find you?
At Jessica, well, it's now Jess Ann Wallis, nutritioncoach.co, Susie.active, or Unfuck Your Body.
I love that. I genuinely love, I think that's just a really good title, a really good brand. And you literally, my body was fucked. It was broken. And now with my
and
own.
now you've unfucked it.
Yeah, we're getting there slowly, like one Snickers bar at a time. But literally, yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Then it's very just bang in your face.
Yeah.
Unfuck your body. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for accepting to come on. So having a celebrity here.
I'm not a celebrity. I'm not, please.
That's all right. I'm just like that. All right. I don't think you get my humor too much. But really, all the best with everything. And I think I genuinely believe that you're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
And you're someone that's what's the word that I'm looking for here without blowing too much smoke up someone's backside here, but it's sort of like you're an authority in your space.
Thank you.
And you're very mature. Don't stop. You're on the right path. And I hope to see you again.
Yep.
You know, and maybe get you on the podcast another way down the track when I tell you that I've gone to vegetarianism. You never know, maybe, but I understand your point completely.
Yeah.
And everyone's allowed to have a viewpoint.
Thank you.
And I respect yours, and I understand where it comes from.
Thank you.
My one, I'm a contradiction. I've always been a contradiction, and I'm sort of aware of that. Yeah. So sort of like, okay, we'll see where we go.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. So anyways, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you. Oh, we're shaking hands again. Thank you so much.
Are you someone that doesn't like physical contact too much?
I don't think so, to be honest. Like if someone hugs me, I'm like,
I think
even my best friend and family, I'm like, oh.
I think we found the problem, gentlemen. No, maybe I don't know.
Fucking affectionate.
I love hugs. I love big bear hugs. I hug Nick. I hug Nick every single night. No, I don't. All good. But you hug animals? You love affection for animals?
Absolutely.
Just the people.
If your dog came up to me and hugged me, yeah.
Jack, hug her.
Sold.
All right? No, it's okay. We'll bring him over. But anyways, thank you very much. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I definitely did. And you know what, Jess? You're a gem.
Thanks.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.